she with dice and they packing a knife. I be OT, tracking the flight. Every show packed for the night. They love you if you rapping it right. My man flared with a tracking device. Slumlords, rats, and the mice. They caught him, so I'm packing a kite. Commissaries never vary, never ask for the price. This is life. We go to junkies when we ask for advice. Shorty's young as 12, brandishing pipes. Used to the kickback, so when you hear that click clack, it'll damage your life. Married to the game, shaking the rice. Master the field, Montana, Tom Brady, Peyton and Rice. Come wrong, you paying the price. Hit the morgue, stay in the night. Cold chillin', laying on ice. Every day it be a gamble, go and play with your life. You only get one roll, ain't no playing it twice. This is life. I done seen enough up in this world to know ain't nothing worth more than time. Nothing worth more than time. Gotta keep your mind on chisel, do it from the heart and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It took a lot of years just to get here. Time. It took a lot of years just to get here. Time. It took a lot of years just to get here. Hurry up, I don't got time. He put his name on an affidavit. Turn ghost if you got a statement. Fans watching the movement, they circulate in the pavement, fighting cases. We seen a lot through life phases. I'm painting the picture well so these other rappers could trace it. It's basic, maneuver throughout the land of the faceless. Shootouts, broad day, yellow tabs cover the cases. 12 pacing, jotting, knocking on doors, trying to get description of faces from every innocent patron. Money brings jealousy and jealousy is hatred, but you can have what he got too. Gon' make it, hunger, pain, and jaded. Lack of the motivation, I'm driving these niggas crazy. Strap up and embrace it. Mayday, the melee is within my rap pages. Give me a mic and I take flight. I rock stages. It took years to make it to years in the making, but once you there, you gotta keep it sacred. Time. I done seen enough up in this world to know ain't nothing worth more than time. Nothing worth more than time. Gotta keep your mind on chisel, do it from the heart and you will be fine. You will be fine. It took a lot of years just to get here. Time. It took a lot of years just to get here. Time. It took a lot of years just to get here. Hurry up, I don't got time.
Yo, seen time get handed out to my men's off the stoop, and the time it took them to catch it was quick as a loop. And the judge who throwing it down had a vision to prove. Every minute he explained is a minute he lose. Word at a time counting, take forever but worth it like the old Pro Tools. We spent all that time bouncing, outcome perfect though. Everyone heard it, yo, it always spin around. So keep all them circles closed, I'm back with the murder flow. It hit like Mason Bethel, but hit like waving hecklers. It be like I work them both, hybrid. Time like tapping your Cody so he could chime in. And all the words is mirror image with their alignment. Peep the designing, Dapper Dan with the redefining. Scenery guided by whoever keeps it the flies. Yeah, you know what the feeling be. Mottos on Ben Aki, Coronas with grenadine. All part of the time, right?
I done seen enough up in this world to know ain't nothing worth more than time. Nothing worth more than time. Gotta keep your mind on chisel, do it from the heart and you will be fine. You will be fine. It took a lot of years just to get here. Time. It took a lot of years just to get here. Time. It took a lot of years just to get
With that being said, man, we finna jump on into it right now. Especially for YouTubers, man. I also got to keep punching this in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
Share.
Share. If you want to donate, we're going to set it up for the donation, man. All the donation proceeds is going to lead to party promotions. We got other venues and stuff that we're going to bring people out to have a good time. Meet us, man. Get to know us. We're going to have giveaways.
Give them your cash up. They can start donating now.
No. We had somebody give out a cash up a long time ago. We ain't going down that road. No, sir. You would not.
Remember Bricks went for 19.
You would not get me caught up in that nigga. Okay, I'm just gonna say that right now.
Hey, LeVar,
Sips the drink.
you got one brother left.
Hey, one brother left, no sisters. But anyway, sips the drink again. Obviously, Mr. J-Mo has made an appearance. But anyway, let's get off to these topics, man. They don't want to hear us talking bullshit all day, man.
I got a public service announcement.
What's up, Twin?
I was at a family barbecue.
And I plead the fifth.
And me?
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
All right, so you stay tuned to the show, man. We're gonna have some. We're gonna put something together. You know what? I'm gonna put it out here like this. Don't inbox me. Inbox one of these brothers if y'all got their information. Whoever the fifth inboxer is, we'll hold them down at Ultimate, man. They come out get a hookah on us, man.
Get a hookah, yeah.
And a drink.
Hookah and a drink on us.
Hookah and a drink on
okay.
us.
And I'm gonna say this: if you post a picture, if you post 5 pictures under the Let's Talk About It thing, if you inbox me and you post 5 pictures, the first one post 5 pictures and inbox me, I'm gonna cash up. I'm gonna give you a blessing. We only do it.
Oh shit! So we doing giveaways now.
We got giveaways.
Fuck you mean?
The first person that posts 5 different pictures of themselves, I'm talking about Keisha, Melina, Trina, and under this Let's Talk About It video, and you inbox me, and you the first person that inbox me, and I see it's 5, I'm gonna cash up you a blessing.
Just like that.
All right, so here we go. Topic number 1, man. We got to know. The week has been about energy. You know what I'm saying? Energy and life. You know what I'm saying? Which is a tough one for me as of this week, last week or 2.
Yeah.
And sports, everything, even in the dating world, man. So, and Lack brought us this question, man. So, I got to go back to the whatchamacallit so I can read this motherfucker properly.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people complain about somebody they're dating or is in a current relationship with when they're the ones attracting these relationships? So it comes back down to accountability.
That's a good one.
All right, so it comes back down to accountability. So, Lack, with that being said, what you got going on? What you got to say about this specific topic?
I just feel I'm gonna use the ladies for example. Because this is what triggers. Even though it can go both ways, you know, you gotta always put that disclaimer in because it's always like, "What about the fellas? What about the fellas?" But I'm just always flabbergasted by you. Every 5 relationships you post on Instagram, all 5 of them, or Twitter or whatever like that, all 5 of them, you dogging them out, saying what dudes ain't, saying what they gotta have, saying they this and that. But the common denominator is you. You attracting them type of men. You are in them type of situations. You seem to have to post, you know, being better for 2021 in your interventions and things like that. Your vision board parties and everything, drinking Moscato and stuff like that in your lingerie with your girls.
Vision board party. Wait a minute.
Oh, hey,
So man,
vision board party.
Yeah, so like
where you go with these terminologies at?
Because they do that, they want, but why? How come it keep happening to you? That's the thing. It ain't happening to me.
Right.
It keep happening to you.
Get your life together, chocolate.
I don't know.
What about you, chocolate?
Just like my man Oop said. They if you got that white tee and you're using that all day, bringing it back over eat, they gonna love you and everything. But as soon as you come back with, hey baby, you know what I mean, my queen, I see the best in you.
Soft ass.
On the real. What you mean, Shay Maurice? Snatch it. You know what I mean? So, hey, I don't got no sympathy for you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep eating these this little trail mix and everything, and just watch you right.
So what you saying is you ain't gonna save him, huh?
Man, it won't be me.
Won't be you.
Keep that same energy you had with him.
Hey man, listen, man.
I don't know what to say to like some days. I really don't.
Basically, what he's saying is like how. Well, you know, I'm biased, so I'm speaking on the women. I'm not even going to talk about the fellas. Y'all dog us enough, so it's on y'all now. You go with one guy, he turned out to not be shit. You talk about him, talk shit about him, but then you turn around and date his twin, like a nigga that's just like him. Then he do the same thing. Then once he leaves, you get another nigga that's just like him. Like everybody is in the same mode of the first nigga that you was talking shit about. That's basically what he's saying with this question. And I don't really know, man. I mean, I guess to answer the question, I guess you like what you like, man. And some people just like nothing, motherfuckers.
Let me ask
Stop
this.
complaining about it then if that's what you want.
Let me ask this.
Keep it to yourself, right?
Let me ask this. Do you think
Cardi B
women
don't-
and guys they date what they pretty much what they used to or what they only thing they know? Like if you raised, I'll put it to like this: say you raised around street cats,
right?
And as a female and as a guy,
as a dude, right?
And
Pretty much.
would you kind of go to what you've seen coming up or whatever the case may be, or you got some that go the opposite way, but you notice the ones that do be around that type of crowd or came up with that type of crowd, that's all they tend to date because that's what they know. And then you got some that,
that's a good point.
You know, you say suburban, whatever the case may be, they been around the preppier or the guys that's driven to do some sports, college.
That's tricky.
You think that's
tricky too.
You know what I mean? It's kind of the only reason I say because that's what you see. But at the same time, that can be a little tricky too because you got some of the women that
Bad
come
girls
up
ain't
in
no
those
good,
areas. No,
and
they
good
come
girls
up in
ain't
those
no fun.
situations, and you got their parents that drive them to only date guys that have money and wealth.
Oh yeah.
And they might fall
Well,
in love
yeah.
with Sam that's driven at Sam's Club, and
Right.
he's at the cashier. But it's something she liked about him, and he's in school, he's driven. That's he's the next Bill Gates.
Right.
But she's with him the whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like she just, it wasn't about money with her. It was about how he treated her. You know, if they were starting to date from that level.
Yeah. That's the positive
You know
perspective.
what I mean? So I'm trying to be on the positive.
no,
side.
that's definitely
But
positive perspective.
it's hard to say that because
Because
it's
if you-
depending on what you're around too. You
Yeah,
know?
if you grow up in a
Or what's
toxic
the-
environment, you don't. If you grow up in the hood and all you see is people fighting. When you get older, you're like, I don't want no relationship like that because I've seen that over and over again.
Right.
And you usually gonna get somebody that's like, together. Seem like they got a positive energy about it. Maybe talk proper and all that stuff like that. And on the contrary, you got people that grow up in the most amazing neighborhoods, but then they come back and get little Polo G them. You know what I mean? So
Polo G.
that.
But Polo G can be like this really cool guy.
He could be
You
this
see
really
what
cool
I'm
guy.
saying? So we
yeah.
can't judge by the book by its cover, but
Facts.
it's about how a person treats you. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know somebody, matter of fact, when I was at Northwestern, it's a dude that's from out west, I ain't going to say his name, but old girl, who was just like super high class chick, was messing with, a dude that was in the street.
It all comes down to two things, bro.
Do you think it's more about security? Like, this guy might be one in Northwestern, this guy might be in the street, but who you think
Ain't got nothing to do with that.
You
Ain't got nothing to do with that.
What it got something to do with then?
It got something to do with this and this right here.
Either they got money,
At the end of the day, that's what it
Well,
is.
they got
Basically,
sausage.
it don't matter where you're from. It don't matter if you're a high class, low class, bum, nigga, drug dealer, rapper. Bit. If you're doing this and you got this,
ooh.
and if you got this to top it off, oh man, please stop it.
All right, so
I said it.
let me say this.
I'm gonna get him a shirt. Matter of fact, I
I
said
said
it.
this.
I'm gonna lean on Uch just a little bit, but I'm gonna add something else too. You have people you got two types of people. Okay, it's what they used to, and what kind of goes off into that is generational curses or
That's a big
True,
thing, too.
true.
what they feel is a solid foundation to start a relationship off on. And unfortunately for us, it's of the physical and the loyal nature of a woman And for females, it's like money, it's the sex, and it's the clout too. Because every woman wants. Because I think that's one of the reasons why women are so jealous of being around other women being around their man if they're not around, because they feel like another woman gets that clout or be seen as being on his arm. So that's like a foundational piece that may eat away at them. But then it's like it's okay for them to be around other dudes.
But see, when you say money to me equals just my first piece security. But then at the same time, you can have a guy with money that can be beating your brains in. That's as well as one that's just piping you and using your cargo to drop you off at work in your
baby boy.
So I mean, it can go both ways. That's why I try not to look at things for one side. I try to look at it.
But you have females and
females that drag guys and they like it.
Oh yeah.
But they'll go through stuff, but they won't say nothing. They ain't posting their stuff. And we ain't talking about them.
But at the same time, you got women that was raised by strong women.
Yeah,
and it's just like, this is what it is. And guys, I can't get over this guy. This guy might do it.
Okay, this is a branch off question. Do you think them type of strong women, like them old school, you always talk about that, like you don't like when girls call you bro and stuff because you come from a different time of women. Exactly. Do you think those women are still around in their abundance, or do you think that those type of women that you were talking about, CL, is in a kind of smaller thing?
But you know who their boyfriends are nowadays?
Who?
That's their boyfriend. Now, that's the new guy. That's the new guy. He ain't gonna never let me down.
They got the rose.
But guess what?
They got sister over there.
Only if they lose that power cord or they run out of double A's.
And guess what?
They gonna get them on the eat up.
They gonna get Tyrone to go get the batteries for that toy until you get the hell on. You get over there. I'm busy. Tearing they walls down. Dumbest shit ever.
What is GTB, Bob?
Got the dildo. That's what it is. For women nowadays. That's what they gonna say. The dildo. That's what the females say nowadays.
More like no. It's PO.
What's that?
Power on.
Power on. But I mean, again, you got to
say GTB. You got the dildo.
Hey, ask one of them pay bills or something, or take out the trash, or rub your feet. They're like, man, I go. Guess what they say? I go to a massage party if I need to do all that. I go over here and get this. I go and get that.
I got my
I don't need y'all headaches. Okay.
All right.
Be careful at the massage parlor. People losing their jobs.
All right. So with that question being, man, it's like, no, it's not frozen. No, we're not frozen either.
Happy ending.
And push come to shove. Hey. Log on YouTube. Watch our ass. Anyway,
let's talk about y'all YouTube.
Exactly.
Somebody said the video is frozen.
No more.
They always say it's frozen, but it's not frozen. That's probably because I was looking at it here. But that's what I got CL for. Look on his phone.
All right, cool.
But anyway, do you think? Like I said, I think it can't go in that realm. Like, do you think we as people require much more from a potential mate or our significant others that we're willing to give ourselves with that question?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Do you think that us as individuals, whether we require a lot from our significant others or whether we may
than we
be
do ourselves, right?
We want them to put in way too much than we're willing to put in,
and that's part of the root. You know what? I gotta answer that. I've been a victim of that. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. I've been extremely selfish, self-centered in a whole lot of my relationships. So.
You finally admitted?
I mean, I've always admitted it, bro. Like, listen, I talk my shit, but at the same time, I'm not exempt from owning my own faults. I'm fucked up. I ain't shit. Everybody know that. But, you know what I'm saying? Hey. But yeah, I've been a victim of that. I've been selfish and probably wanted shit my way all the time and felt like they gotta do certain things, and me, I just sit back and not do nothing. So yeah,
I try to be a good teammate. Vi, all of us, been a part of some type of sports team, and I've won a lot, and I just understand that feeling. I love it. I love winning championships. I love making the playoffs. I love walking away from a season, having winning seasons, and I understand the sacrifices and the energy that it takes to be there. And I think a relationship is a form of a team.
It is.
We are a team. We have a relationship, and our relationship is solid. We communicate, man. We believe in each other. We uplift each other, and when we're around each other, it's fireworks like it is. And I think in a relationship, if you with somebody that can't bring that out of you and can't meet you there, and that energy is not connecting, then all the stuff we talking about is gonna continue to happen.
Definitely.
It's gonna continue to happen. And if you can't get with somebody, Vaughn, just to your point where you want to do, you like, you know what? I don't have to do this, but just being who you are, I want to show up. I want, you know what? Let me take you out. Not because you asked, because you just such a dope person. I want to do that. Right. And that's what, you know, like you say, you know, Vaughn, that's what being a good teammate is.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's just my take on it, man. It's just what it comes down to.
I concur on that. But it's funny you say something about fire or something.
No, let me say something.
Go ahead. Get at it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, because I know I'm a big Jay-Z fan, right?
Yeah.
And remember the song "Excuse Me, Miss"?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The original. And he did all that, what he said in the verse, until he got to the end of that song. He says, "Damn,
what's your
before
name?
I jump out the window, what's your name?" I really think like that sometimes. Like, if it's somebody you really digging, you damn near jumping out the window before you damn near know the person's name or really know who they are, depending on who it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's deep.
I had to find myself slowing down on that because, you know, being a Sage, I find this is true for the Bells. If we can't be the one we want to be, we'll basically love on anybody that's in front of us. I said, that's fucked up to be having that type of sign.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to say that, but it
Team
is.
Sad.
Talk your shit.
I think as Aquarian, me and Uch can co-sign on that shit too.
Oh yeah.
So hey, but with that being said,
we got LaVar's top 5.
So hold on, gotta tell. This is
part 1 of 3.
Part 1 of 3 top 5s.
Yeah, today.
So top 5. How can you tell if a person is for you?
Okay.
You made me put. You made me use the other side of my brain for this one, man. You know.
Wait a minute.
Number 1.
Okay.
I think it's the most important.
I'm leaning forward and everything.
Where my glasses?
Use
your glasses for a second, man. I gotta, you know,
the Malcolm X, the Malcolm Littles.
I gotta act like Martin at the DMV.
UNITY. That's unity.
RESPECT. 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 You gotta respect your mate, man. You gotta be able to respect, even if y'all disagree, y'all don't get along. Respect me enough as a human being to let me get my thoughts off away. Yeah. Like I gotta do you.
Right.
Not attack me for having my own opinions. And in some cases agree to disagree. Okay. Everything gotta start with respect.
I like that one.
Okay.
Nice one.
All right.
That's a good one. So left.
Number 2. Like I said, you put me to the test here.
Yes, sir.
So being supportive.
Both ways?
Both ways. I have to support you in your dreams and aspirations. Supportive and being understanding. They got to go hand in hand.
Right.
Because with everything you being supportive about, I have to be understanding about that. But at the same time, you have to give me that same energy. And guess what that alleviates? Feeling like you're in competition with one another within a relationship. Right. A lot of people go through that shit, man, and don't realize that's where it brews from.
True.
Because it's like, naturally they'll get jealous if their partner's doing better than them or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, being supportive is one. Number 3, patience. Understanding every day brings a new day. You're going to learn something new about that partner, man. Even though you don't like it, you're going to learn how to accept their faults, just like they're gonna accept your faults. Like,
I guess I'm gonna say
leaving your drawers in the sink and shit is not sexy, but I'm just saying, you know.
When you say patient, I mean like in my R. Kelly, I mean how patient?
Okay, patience as in if it's something you don't like or you don't understand, you ask a question. You don't pop off because you don't like it, because you don't, you know. A lot of people tend to pop off on something they don't like about somebody else. They pop off real quick and they can come off disrespectful, which goes back to number 1.
Can you think that'd be one in the delivery?
Yes, but even in your delivery, you have respect and you'll be patient enough to think before you speak.
Because I can politely tell you to kiss
my
ass. But now I'm being sarcastic, right? So when I'm that way, then it's like, you just such a dickhead. Excuse my language. But I'm not. I'm saying you can kiss my entire ass.
I do the same thing.
You know what you've done. You don't want to admit to it. I've been patient. I let it slide 3 or 4 times. And I'm not going to go that route with you.
And
I'm going
it's
to talk
funny-
to you in a very nice, fucked up way.
And it's funny.
It makes sense, right? But then if I come, you know what? You didn't go off on it. Maybe some women kind of used to that.
Right.
Like maybe, man, you know what? Maybe if he cuts me out, I
He
feel like
love
he's
me.
lying.
And
I
guess
feel like
what?
he got some nuts.
Yeah.
But when I talk to you in a really sarcastic way, now I'm being an asshole. No,
And
because
it's funny that you bring.
I want to talk to you that way.
It's funny that you bring it up because it rolls over to number 4.
Okay, we'll talk. Well, let's talk.
That shit, cuz.
Come on, cuz.
Prideless accountability.
Prideless accountability.
Not too ashamed
When
to
does that
admit
happen?
when you are wrong, and it goes
Wait a
both
minute,
ways.
Fuck does that happen?
Women would never.
That's why I'm sorry, women. I know y'all say I pick on y'all a lot, but
Nah,
ain't no
y'all
motherfucker
better
if
admit
they
when
fucking
y'all wrong.
That
When
shit
y'all
don't
do
never
it,
happen.
it's too
They gonna finesse it and make it seem like we wrong.
But
for
you
whatever
remember
they
you
do.
did this in '88. I was 9 years old.
You ever heard a woman say, "Oh, I cheated because he had done, like
That
you
was
cheated because you wanted to,
You
motherfucker."
were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on.
You wanted to do it.
But she kept saying, I did it because he did. I never
It's
cheated.
always up. That's what I'm saying. No accountability, bro.
If
All
you
right.
do it, you do it on your own.
And the last one. This is gonna be y'all know in any relationship, you go in kind of tough times, right?
Definitely.
That's a fact.
The adversity and the tough times not only make you two stronger, but bring you closer together.
That's called loyalty.
Not really.
But you got some that go and take advantage of the situation. Then once they get up, they'll forget about their mate.
That's my top 5, man. If
I
y'all
like it.
disagree,
That was fire.
if y'all disagree,
That was
you
a
know,
fire top 5.
let me know so I can shut up my inner CL and tell you an asshole in a very polite
You-
way.
Man, I'm
Don't
gonna
know
keep
what
it.
you're talking about, and that is why no one is with you.
Absolutely. Message. Okay.
What's
All right.
next?
What's next? Hey, man.
Lax facts.
We gotta go lax facts. We gotta go back to our bread and butter.
But
Butter. You know what I'm saying? I'm warning
Butter.
still. Give me a second. We gotta go back to our bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk to these sports, man. You know,
Yeah.
a couple days after the draft, man. NFL draft,
sure.
man.
You
We
got
got a
excited?
whole lot
I
to
thought
say.
you would be excited, CL.
I ain't saying
We
that.
got a
Oh.
whole lot. We got a whole lot to say. Let's talk about your opinions of the NFL draft overall first.
Well, I'm not really a football guy. I watch football and I know it, but I love hearing Va and CL talk football. So I guess let's get out the way so they dive into
I mean,
it.
you know, I know a little bit not from football now, but you know,
You still mad
I'm
about
still
Curtis
in
Martin.
basketball mode right now. The only thing I take away from this draft, a lot of it we pretty much knew who was gonna go well, but I'm just happy that we got Justin Field.
Me too.
From the Ohio State.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
black quarterback. I just bought his jersey today.
For
Literally.
real?
Swear
I
to
got
God.
it too.
I got the orange one on my mama. I ordered that bitch immediately.
I got the white one.
How they know his jersey number already?
It says it. Number
Yeah.
1.
Oh,
First of all, I'm not going to get it.
ooh,
You know why?
why?
Because I feel like I'm going to curse him, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, please don't get his jersey.
I don't want to hear none of y'all.
Last, that's
Yeah,
my
take
quarterback
it.
person
Nah,
you had.
I'm going to leave it alone.
Didn't turn out good.
If I do, I'm going to
Matter
hang
of
it
fact,
up.
root against them.
I
Because a
definitely
lot of
do.
the people you root against seem to win. So,
I would
yeah.
Guess what? Justin is my quarterback.
Hey, man, that
Whoever
they
made
drafted
that
that
for
boy
me,
out
make
there,
one
they
for
wanted
Justin
to-
Field.
And you know what's crazy? I was with LeVar earlier that day. Then we was at the Hookah Lounge.
Yep.
He said, "Man, I think the Bears gonna get Justin." He said this.
Yeah, so
and
we
I was
go-
like,
go
"Yeah." I was
Scotland.
like, "You think so?" I'm like, "Man, you know they don't fuck." He said it. Shit ended up happening.
I ain't know they
just
was
like
going
he
to drop.
said.
I ain't know they was going to end up.
Traded up to
Traded
get
up
that
to get
boy.
him.
They traded up twice,
He
right?
said it.
Not once.
They traded up twice, but they traded up once.
Man,
Man, LeVar called that shit. I swear to God. He
I put
said
you
that
like this.
on life.
Now we're going to see, and we talking about Fox. We think I had the best draft
Who had the best
for our
draft?
team.
Oh yeah, we go.
We get into the Bears in a second, but we talking about the best.
I
draft.
would say from what it's hard to say because it looks good on paper. You won't know until they get out on the field and start playing some preseason. Like, okay, this person look good. This person look good. Then you got to think they're rookies. It's not like they're gonna always start right away. So far, just on paper, I think the Bears had one of the better drafts. Miami draft, they had so many. It was no different than when Cleveland was drafting every year. They get 9 or 10 picks every year and didn't do nothing. It all boils down to the players they get, the coaching situations, and the GM and the head coach being on the same page. And I think the Bears, as them being a back-to-back 8-18, they still a team that was on the verge. Even though once upon a time in 2018 they was a favor. By that, so I can say this is the most aggressive I've seen Pace in about 4 or 5 years.
Job on the line.
He paid attention.
And he definitely went and got
to
2 offensive linemen that's some massive dudes. And you see they cut Charles Leno. Prayers been answered because he was getting every quarterback we had back there ate up at left tackle.
Yeah.
He went and drafted a nose tackle. And this kid aggressive. What is his name?
In the 7th round.
Yeah. So he drafted a running back for Virginia Tech. He looks pretty solid. I mean, I think he got him just in case Cohen ain't ready to go.
Ain't ready.
And had to be. I mean, he can play kickoff return, things like that. And I think that was who else did they get? I think that was it. But they got solid guys in the position that they needed. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you get Fields. To top all off, you got Fields, number 1.
Arguably the
and
best
you got Eddie Jackson going on Twitter, on Instagram, like, we finally got a real quarterback. Got down on Mitch. But this going to prove to, and this is what I want to know. Nagy, are you a real coach? I'm looking to the camera. This going to show me if you're a real coach.
You're a real coach,
It's going to show me a real coach. And you got 2 years with this guy. Either you going to make him or you going to mess this boy career up. And I'm hoping and praying you don't mess this boy up. It's our first black quarterback drafted already
with talent.
In 102 years.
With talent
In the first round. And he got all intangibles. You say he got the smarts, he got this, that, and the third. Let's see.
You know what? I ain't got to.
You on the clock, Nagy.
I ain't got to do no bragging about calling, like you said, calling it. But they got.
What gave you the hunch?
I didn't see it.
You know what?
He said that day. Like, I think they messed him.
I'll bring it up at the end of the show.
Okay.
Because it's going to tie all together.
Okay.
All right. But what I like about what they did with their draft picks, because they hit a home run on pretty much all their draft picks. They filled position and need. So here's my thing: position and needs. They top 5. You listening?
Yeah.
Quarterback. Did they address that?
Yep.
They knocked it out the park, if you ask me. I think they got the best quarterback out the draft.
I think he is the best.
You know,
it was between him and Lawrence anyway.
I'm talking about like who you think will be the best long term. I think Fields or the boy Lance.
We don't know until they start playing.
I think Fields for a couple of reasons, because they get through the draft process. They out of all the top quarterbacks, they tore him down the most. Okay. I think a quarterback that's going to struggle is going to be Mac Jones, because he went from having absolute maximum. He had the best receivers and skill positions. Now he's going to the worst
and the best protection.
And in the pros. Now I think the line is going to be good.
Belichick somehow have a nice line.
I think what they're probably going to do is sit him for a year and
then
Cam get beat up again. You know what I'm saying? And then fuck Belichick.
But you don't get beat up.
Cam was out there looking bogus.
Number two.
I think I know what the block.
Offensive line. I think it's pretty evident that they addressed that aggressively.
They definitely did.
I like the guy Tevin Jenkins is a fucking monster. Even the guy from Missouri, they got Larry Baroon.
Which one was the guy from Oklahoma State?
That's Tevin Jenkins.
Jenkins. Okay.
Jenkins is a nasty blocker, man. We ain't had. I'm telling you, he has Kyle Long's mean streak, but he plays and has a game similar to Trent Williams, who they tried to go get in the offseason from.
Let me ask you this. Now, when you got guys that's that's aggressive like that, you want to get them going forward. Mm-hmm. But see, Nagy like to go back with his line because he's passing all the time. This is why I have my conflict with Nagy all the time. The play action will work much better if you try to run the ball first, then try to pass, then come in to run the ball. That's the most dumbest shit ever. It works for Andy Reid because he got the personnel to do that. But you see what they did in the Super Bowl to him? Mm-hmm. That happened to him previous Super Bowl.
Let me say this.
Belichick did the same thing. We're going to put McNabb on his ass. We're going to get to him as much as possible. Because they ain't running the ball.
Yeah, let me say this, and we plug another podcast in here. That's also on YouTube called The Tape Never Lies.
Watch that
and you watch that a couple times. They break down everything, and they broke down Leno's game. And part of the reason is he lacks the aggressiveness, and it seems like he doesn't know who to block at times. He broke down Tevin Jenkins already, night and day. And a lot of people don't think Tevin Jenkins can handle left side. He can handle left side, you know. You know, he just ain't played a lot of games and a lot of snaps on the left side that's on film that may carry some substance.
But sometimes that falls on the coach too. You know, you lacking at a certain, like, especially the right or the left side. You want to throw a chip block. You want to throw a running back to throw it out. You know, to help them out.
Mm-hmm.
All that man up stuff, I get it. But if you need the help, use the help.
Yep.
There you go.
And I think that with a mean streak means you have a lot of pride of not getting driven back. And that's why I said you need to be nasty up front. You know what I'm saying?
But that creates
that's what creates
good running. That's instead of you trying to get this kid to throw the ball 50 times a game, you can get him to throw between 25 to 35, and you got your running back getting the ball 10 to 12 times a game. That's a balance.
And with this running back, he can run.
Yeah.
Not only that, if the run game's working and they scoring off of, why would you go away from it? But not to cut you. Go ahead.
The last three positions I had receiver, which they got a guy that runs 4.28.
That's a kid from
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
You got
we got a lot of speed up there.
You got a defensive back who sat out last year, but had he played, was valued to go in the second round. So you got a second rounder in the 6th round. Okay, and only position they didn't address because it wasn't a good draft for it was edge rushers. But if Robert Quinn plays like he did 2 years ago in Dallas,
get somebody in the offseason.
Now you're looking at something different. But I would rather take my chances with that. Like everywhere else, you upgraded and went offensive heavy where you was weakest at. That's a clear evaluation of your team. Now you got to bring it together and coach that team up.
Can I ask one question?
Go ahead.
Do you think this draft of them getting Fields was more of a pressure situation because they didn't take Watson
or
which was like a clear favorite to get that number 1 draft pick or number 2 draft pick, and they went with Trubisky? Do you think they were like, we don't want to make this mistake?
I'm like,
because I feel like we wasted our defense for 3 years, man, with that.
I'm gonna let Uch answer that one though.
What's that?
Do you think that by them getting
pick,
Fields,
all
it was
the pressure they was putting on for not getting
for messing up 4 years ago?
I think a lot of it got something to do with that. I think a lot of it got to do with
I think the organization
Pace's job being on the line. He had to basically hit a home run, man.
What about, do you think the organization, like, you know what, we finally want to give one after 102 years? If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like they finally see all this.
Okay, a black quarterback, I'm gonna say it.
They missed all this money. We got the opportunity. This can change the culture in Chicago.
I think that's how a lot of people.
And when the Black Lives Matter, it's kind of that's the temperature we in right now.
The temperature we in.
Yeah.
So that dude.
Plus his job is on the line. He like, man, I gotta swing for the fences.
Because if he would have, if the Bears would have traded up to draft that quarterback from Alabama, I would have never went to a game.
I think all 4 of us would have been on board with that. I think the whole city would have been on fire like it was a year.
They gave Lamar Jackson help.
Is the training camp gonna be open this year so we can go like we did last time?
I think they gonna end up opening up to the public. I think it might be cut down to.
You missed it when we went.
I know, yeah.
All right, so hold.
We need to be media.
Let me make one last point. You know, last quarterback that was getting drafted that the media tore down, coming out the draft. I'm talking about recently.
Lamar Jackson.
I rest my case.
And he's an MVP.
How did they treat? How did
Jackson.
How did they do Justin Fields?
The same.
So you think he's gonna play with a chip on the shoulder?
Yes, and if he passes for 4,000 yards, it's well worth it because now his trajectory is going to be like this. It's going up.
I think he's going to be starting by mid-season.
I gave him 4 to 6 games.
Yep.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
All right, so with that being said, I'm going to knock out my last 2 top 5s right now.
Okay.
All right, so the first top 5 is top 5 teams that had the best draft. Okay. Y'all can chime in and disagree if you want to.
No, I know who's going to. Joey, matter of fact, I should tag your ass.
Tag Joey.
You said Miami was better than the Bears, and I want to say Philadelphia. The Bears had the 3rd one. But you need to call out.
But I think the Dolphins did something. The Bengals did something that I can understand. Where they drafted a receiver that the college boys, and the Eagles, that the quarterback was familiar with from the college.
Cincinnati did that too.
Cincinnati, right? The Bengals.
Burrow got his
receiver from college.
What is this guy?
Tua got his receiver from college. Chase. And
but you don't know how they gonna click right away.
And Hurts got his receiver from college.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Before he transferred.
That's it. The speedster.
Devontae Smith.
Waddle.
Smitty.
Oh, Smith.
All right. So hold on. With that being said, here go my top 5 teams that had the best draft. I'm going from 5 to 1. Okay. Number 5. Denver Broncos.
They did.
But you know what?
You got Patrick Surtain
they
and you got Kyle Fuller on the other side to start your defense. So now you're showing up your back end. You got Von Miller coming back. You got Bradley Chubb on the other end. You got Lyon Brackett and Baron Brown from Ohio State that's going to anchor your middle. So, I mean, he's fixing that defense up just right. Okay.
But that's a Vic Fangio. Man, I miss that dude, man.
Vic Fangio.
And when he left, I'm like, heart and soul left because he had them guys running through the wall.
Like Buddy Ryan.
And I heard they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers.
And that's what I was about to say.
No, but you know, they already confirmed it that they said they're not going after them.
They right. Been in the Super Bowl.
That man, hey man, you know how much money he owes?
Yeah. Number 4.
They're not trying to get it up.
Number four, even though I don't like their first pick, the rest of their picks made a lot of sense. New York Jets.
They out here looking like the Cleveland Cavaliers of like 10 years ago. You know, I don't know about that. But who gonna block for this kid? Because it starts up like we just said. It starts up front. If this kid ain't got no blocking, he gonna be like Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Looking for another team.
Last couple years,
Aaron Donald not bad.
Sam Donald.
I mean, I'm sorry, Sam Donald. I don't know. I'm thinking football. The lineman.
Yeah.
Sam Donald he gonna ball out. Too. Watch what I tell you. Sam Donald's going to ball out, man.
In Carolina?
In Carolina.
In Carolina, I'm sorry.
In Carolina.
He's going to ball out just like Wentz going to ball out
in Indianapolis.
All right. I got a feeling them boys going to really be productive.
Number 3.
Okay.
The Los Angeles.
The Rams?
Chargers.
They had got their left tackle.
They got the boy from Northwestern.
Yep. He's probably the best left tackle in the draft.
I saw you, young fella.
They showed up a lot of their weaknesses. They say, no, we're gonna protect Justin Herbert because this guy's got something.
And they got one cornerback that came out from Northwestern. He's supposed to be like behind the guy that came out from Denver. He's supposed to be.
He played for the Browns.
Yeah.
He played for the Browns.
The Browns gonna be solid.
Yep.
A lot of people don't believe in Baker. I think Baker's gonna be solid. They finally gave him some help. He's not no Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, me and you and Uch can go out there and play Aaron Rodgers. He gonna have us out there looking like
Pro Bowl.
World. I don't care what nobody say. They never. And I hate the Packers. Mm-hmm. They never got that man really no serious help in like the last 10 years. Since AJ Hawk and all of them.
And they got one of the worst. They got one of the worst ones. Okay, number 2, Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland was solid.
Cleveland got a solid. They got a lot of positions of need.
It took them long enough.
And y'all know what I'm going there with number 1.
Chicago Bears.
Say it again.
Chicago Bears, number 1. There we go on the draft.
Hey, all they draft picks, they
really hit.
They were actually ready to go
knock out
draft
the
higher. But at the value they got him in, they knocked it out the park, man.
Yeah.
And what they gave up to get Fields
was nothing.
Was really nothing. Because if you feel like this kid can be a generational quarterback, I'm giving up first round next year, and I'm giving up a 5th round this year.
Yep.
And I think they gave up a 4th round this year.
Yep.
And they still was able to attack and get the guys you need. So I'm not looking at this upcoming season. I'm gonna watch, but I'm looking at the next 2 seasons.
Right.
Let me see where the offense gonna be going. Because again, that defense may be declining. If we don't next year go toward the defense.
I would say the Bears gonna have a better record this year than they did last year.
All right. So now
that means they gotta go 9-7.
Yeah.
Or it's an extra game.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
10-7.
10-7 to make the playoffs.
It's 17 games.
So now check this out.
They cut one of the preseason.
So now check this out. I got another top 5 with the top 5 off seasons. That means free agency and draft. Okay, so I'm gonna do this.
I know who number 1 is.
I'm gonna do this the same way. I'm gonna do this the same way. Now I'll go number 1 on down. Number 1 on down.
Tampa Bay.
Kansas City Chiefs.
No.
Kansas.
You're number 5?
No, the best off season for all the teams.
You going from 5 to 1, right?
Not going from
1 to 5.
Man, no.
They fix their offensive line. They're going to be a completely different team come. And in the draft, they picked up a lot of defensive players. That's
Tampa Bay signed everybody back.
I want to see what I'm about to say. Shit.
They signed everybody back that wanted.
I see where he going with it then. Because he's saying like they really ain't had nobody. They just kept everybody in the house. And then Brady reached out to Edelman. Why? I don't know. But,
Edelman's side?
Nah, he reached out to him. But
ain't no more money left.
I'm going to tell you what Brady did. And this is why I always argue. Not to cut you off, this is why I argue with these Tom Brady fanatics. Brady definitely got the nacho Belichick right now.
Who can't say nothing because he
definitely going to jail. Facebook jail. But this is what Brady did. You know what Brady did? He mastered that man's system. He went down there to Tampa Bay. It started off rough, going to Bruce Arians way. When Tom Brady did what he did it the Bill Belichick way. Pay attention how that man played. That's Bill Belichick's system. He went down there with.
All right.
20 years ago, when this shit.
So I said number 1 was the Chiefs. Number 2 is the Bears, mainly because of the draft.
Okay.
All right. And then, you know, they got Andy Dalton, which it fucked
No, they were looking like they were going to be the worst.
It looked like it. Okay. Number 3, the Chargers. They fixed a lot of needs and stuff. I'm also going to say the Browns, because people forget, the Browns got...
Odell Beckham?
No.
You talking about
Javion Clowney to match him up with Myles Garrett coming off the edge, so they fixing their defense, and then you fix the secondary up. So I mean, that's going to be a legitimate threat in the AFC.
They got Peppers in that secondary.
Okay, let's see, that was 3, right? Teams.
And Odell coming back.
I
don't know how he is.
I saw the workout tape.
The last 2 teams I got is the Bengals and the Chargers.
You think the Bengals adjusted a lot of what they needed?
Yeah, I think
are they going to protect Burrow?
They got some linemen to protect Burrow. They got Jamar Chase in the draft. They added some pieces to defense, you know, and they really just going to build that team around Joe Burrow.
Lamar Jackson got some help.
All right.
Finally. That's all I'm happy about.
That's what's up. Hey, before we go, got to touch on the NBA.
I got a topic I want us to talk about.
Doo-doo.
Huh?
I saw it on First Take. They said, who y'all think going to have the better career when it's all said and done between Russell Westbrook and Allen Iverson?
Ooh.
No, that's actually a good one.
That's
People are going to pick Allen Iverson because of his cultural influence.
That's a damn
but
good
on some real shit, I think Russell Westbrook is going to have the better career.
Damn.
He already the all-time leader in triple doubles. He needs about 5 more or something.
The man just had 20 rebounds
and 24 assists. This is 4th time averaging a triple double for the season.
He's the last person to do that since Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, he ain't had the impact culturally that Allen Iverson has had. Allen Iverson changed the whole culture.
He
with the
tattoos,
hip-hop.
Yeah.
We just talking about strictly on your basketball career. I think Russell Westbrook, and I'm an Allen Iverson fanatic, brother.
Yeah.
I think career-wise,
I'm to drink to this.
Russell Westbrook will have a better career when it's all said.
God.
They both went to 1 finals. They both won 1 MVP.
Yes,
they both got the same numbers, except Russell is doing something that Allen Iverson could never do. Get a triple-double.
Right.
He'll put up 40, but Iverson ain't finna kill you with rebounds.
But only thing AID have done, he took a team with
no talent. I get that. That's one edge
not gonna have him
because he didn't have Kevin Durant or James Harden like Westbrook did. He was literally by himself. His backcourt mate was fucking Eric Snow. So come on, man.
You know what, Ooch? I'm gonna go with AI for this reason long.
Oh shit! This is very debatable.
You know how I feel about.
It can go either way though.
No, you know how I feel about when it comes to numbers. I always factor in, like we always say, we factor in the errors. Allen Iverson played in a more physical era and did the things he did. So I put more stock into that. Because if you switch them, I don't think Westbrook gets you to the finals back then.
It's very possible though.
He played against prime Kobe and Jordan.
But Westbrook.
But if you put
when the tough Derrick Rose when it was a point guard driven league. 10 years, about 10 years ago.
And remember Derrick Rose,
all the guards in the top 10 was
he was under Derrick Rose.
I would say this: if you put Allen Iverson, like a prime Allen Iverson,
on that team,
with say a OKC when they had Paul George, or in Houston when they had James Harden, they would go a lot further. Because
I don't think so.
Why you say that?
Because him and Melo got the same game. Yep. Except he 6 feet and Melo 6'8". They both can just score. And that's
so who's the more dynamic scorer between the two?
Who's the what?
More dynamic scorer. Like who can
Carmelo,
just go?
Top 10, man, all time. He with a black ball. He's still top 10 scorer of all time. And he got black ball for 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And when it's all said down, he's gonna be higher than that.
Yeah.
The man got black ball for 2 years. That means he wasn't even playing.
I won't say he got black ball. He took that money and couldn't.
He got black ball, bro. Wasn't nobody trying to sign him. He got cut by Houston. Imagine if he didn't get black ball, he'd be like number 7 or 6. He didn't play for 2 damn near 3 years.
Right.
But I would say Carmelo simply because he's bigger, can post you up, take you off the dribble, do more.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. You can do more.
That's a damn good argument.
They had that on, and Kendrick Perkins said he think Westbrook gonna have it. Stephen A. said Iverson. That's his homie.
Okay, so let me say this.
Who you got, Jatim? You missed the basketball. Who you got?
You need the sheet.
The guy he looking up.
You need the sheet.
That's a hard one. Like it don't sound like it's hard, but when you think about it, you be like, damn.
Yo, he doing Oscar Robertson numbers.
Yeah.
4 straight hits.
But but you play in an era where shit.
I ain't trying to
you,
hear that.
If you
like
farted
you said the other day,
his
if
3
it
fouls.
was so easy, everybody would be doing it.
It seems like everybody else doing
Oscar
it.
Robinson, but me.
Hold on. I'm just saying, you got bench players
big
come
up.
off the bench giving you 20 points now. Back in the day, it wasn't like that.
But you got to think the game has changed, but they shoot more threes now.
Yeah, that's true.
Westbrook be attacking them.
He ain't even a 3-point shooter.
And then, they don't emphasize defense nowadays like that no more.
So you saying that's a part of the reason why his numbers went up?
You talking about Westbrook? I would make the case that's why everybody's numbers goes up.
I can agree to it. So I can agree to disagree because
I mean, look at rebounding. Like it was hard to get rebounds back then.
when
Because
Robin
the
averaged
scoring was so
22,
much
Robin's
inside.
getting 30 rebounds.
But then you get long rebounds.
He's
You're allowed to
6'8".
play zone defense, and so
But
you can
what's
position
funny?
yourselves to
You
get
know what's
rebounds.
funny? The big men don't even get rebounds like except like maybe Embiid. Most of them, you know why? Because they shooting these fucking
Most of these big
threes.
mans are trash.
Yeah, they
Besides
shoot.
Jokic
And Embiid.
and Embiid and
And
I can't name no
AD
other.
just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
But if you
I
look
wouldn't
at
even consider him a big man.
Nah, he
though,
more of a
traditionally.
3 or
Like
4.
a 3.
Right. All right, real quick.
We didn't even get to Tim Ansel.
Tim trying to get out that jam.
Right, he didn't want to answer.
Yeah, you definitely trying to get out that
That's right.
jam.
Let me get away there.
If I stay quiet long enough, we'll go to the next subject.
Just sitting over there like quiet, like
He trying to get out the camera like this and shit.
I mean, if it's Iverson, bro, said.
Before you go,
ain't go wrong with these.
Before you go,
Nah.
be sure to comment, like, and subscribe on YouTube. Tune in.
And definitely tune in to us on iHeartRadio because I'm gonna be listening to this later. I'm gonna go AI because in the playoffs, AI don't do dumb stuff to cause your team to lose. Something about the playoffs, Russell Westbrook forget how to play basketball. It's like the Space Jam ghost come and take his game away. Because when he get in the playoffs, that boy do the dumbest stuff. You be like, are you serious? It's like somebody controlling him and just making the controller go out of bounds and he running.
Hold on. You can say that about Durant too before he went to Golden State because they both was equally doing a lot of messed up shit.
Yeah, but we talking about AI.
Particularly in that Western Conference Finals when they played against Golden State.
It's like
You up 10 and you still end up losing by 12 because of the dunks you made, the decisions you made in the fourth
I blame
quarter.
Kevin Durant for that.
I'm
Not
like,
Westbrook.
what is you doing? I'm talking about every playoffs. Against Dame
Westbrook
Lillard.
wasn't scared. Durant was.
Against Dame Lillard. Against the boy from Utah. Against the playoff last year.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, the playoff
he
last
was
year against the
fucking
Lakers.
ass
I'm
up.
like, I'm like Westbrook. Make simple plays. Like, why you can't see that?
But you know
And
what?
I would never
think
be
it
in
is?
the playoffs.
I think what it is, and AI had this problem too because he don't act like he ain't lose to like the Pacers and the shit in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's because but Reggie Miller was on the team, and they went to the finals.
Again, you can't exclude that. Then you got to equally. They got to get the equal amount of fuck ups in the playoffs.
Right, but AI had Dog on the team playing and everything like that, and we're taking them to the Eastern Conference Finals.
He only did that once, man.
He only went one time.
Right, of course, you can only win one time with a team like that.
He had the fucking Looney Tunes,
Only
goddamn.
he did.
But guess what?
And he was taking them to second. Reggie Miller had a squad.
No, really did. That's why.
Rick Schmidt,
Yeah.
Dale Davis,
Davis
the
brothers.
Davis
But
brothers.
if
They was alright.
I'm about to say, if you look at them that way, you gotta look at the Knicks the same way because they was pretty much mirror image of each other. Correct?
But we talking Knicks and
But
Jordan.
Pat-
All Reggie Miller had.
They lost to Jordan.
But Patrick Ewing is a
Westbrook not losing to Jordan.
He's a 50 great.
Yep.
Right, Westbrook
So-
not losing to Jordan though. Westbrook losing to Malcolm Little.
This dude.
Malcolm Little was Stewart.
Come on, man.
Westbrook
gotta-
losing to Red with the white stuff in the cell.
No, you
Alright,
gotta get the
hey,
same energy,
Hey man,
man.
let's see nothing.
I say people gonna pick Iverson because of his whole
What he
impact.
said in the movie?
He's more
Hey man,
popular.
this getting hot, man. This is hot.
What is the come on, man?
Hey, with that being said, hey, we got to do CLs.
Whoop him, Lord.
He put his hand in the toilet.
Hey, the come on, man.
Come on,
What's
man.
wrong with him,
That's Jameson, man.
It's official. The J-Mo has
Lack
stepped in on Lack.
has shown up.
Lack has tapped out on J-Mo.
Oh, shit.
But hey, we got CLs. Goofy
Goofy
Mob.
Mob.
So CL, give us the Goofy Mob, man.
You know what?
We got merch tonight. So
You know what? I really ain't think about one. I was trying to think about one, and then I really
I
couldn't
got you,
think about
CL.
one.
Green Bay.
No,
Well, how they treated Aaron
that's
Rodgers.
one. You know what? You're right. They can get
just
Goofy
stop
Mob
yelling
back.
like
That's
that.
why I don't care because I ain't no
Because
Packer
you're a Packer
fan.
fan, right?
But I got to give it to the NBA protocol for being Goofy Mob of the day.
NBA.
Hey, what happened?
Zach LaVine has been out for COVID for like 2.5 weeks. He supposed to have been back. They had a chance to make the playoffs if he played. They only 2 games behind with about now it's 5 games left. He done just missed 5 games.
Yeah.
So the NBA protocol understand the safety, but he should have been back. I'm sorry, he should have been back.
Mm-hmm.
Who else get Goofy Mob today?
Ooh, it's tough.
The kid that interviewed WGCI who lost his daughter.
Daughter got killed.
Bro,
Oh, man.
you was. I mean, I understand you. Everybody code different. I was shocked as what I was listening to.
What happened?
Leon Roger face told it all for me. Kendra G face told it all for me. Cal face told it all for me. Playboy, if I was you, I'd try to get my life together. That's from one black man to another young black man. Get your life together, big fella.
We'll be
Just interview,
YouTube.
man.
I'll be YouTubing that.
Right,
Yeah,
it's on
yeah.
YouTube. I can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
All right.
So yeah, I want to see this. You know, afterwards, when you lost your daughter, man, try your best to get your life together, man. Straight up, because if you look at it, you know what else get Goofy Mob of the day? Shorty, from the beginning of the year to now, everybody out here shooting each other, man, taking each other's lives in our black community. We gotta come on, man. We gotta change the narrative. How we gonna do it? Only we will know if we sit down and talk about it.
Yeah. Shout out to my girl Birdie, man, because that's a girl I grew up with. She just lost her son yesterday.
Man,
Oh,
my
yeah.
condolences, man.
So, hey, with that,
17
hey,
years old.
Yeah.
Killed on his block.
I was about to say, with that being said, man, we gotta go ahead and wrap up the show, man.
Hold on, because we ain't did a show in a minute.
Okay.
I know you don't want to hear it, but this is what we gonna cope this. You know, RP my man Cass, man.
Yeah,
He-
baby.
from the Casa Deplorable, Sky Lounge, lost his brother, and we had First Aid. You know, I'm gonna give you all the praise of off what you try to do.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
you my main man. You know, I appreciate you as what you do for a living, man, straight up and down. So I want the
Definitely a
world to know
hero.
that we all appreciate
For
you,
sure,
what you try
for
to do.
sure.
Respect
Right,
to our
salute,
guy,
baby.
man.
Definitely,
Salute.
yeah.
Real
To our
for
Casa,
Little
our
baby,
Casa
definitely a
family,
hero, man.
For real,
Yeah.
you still a hero. in our
Yeah,
eyes,
still a
bro.
hero for
Yeah,
sure.
when it's all said and done, you still a hero, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was that's a hard one to take in, and it's kind of giving me an idea of the next week's show about coping with losses and stuff like that.
Not only that, you know what? And you remember that list I gave you a while back? And I said we should have like police. We want to bring on the show police officers, first responders. Like I think we should do a show like that
Real
because
talk.
what y'all do for a living, man.
Underestimated for
we
one.
seeing underestimated, but what we seeing with the cops, we know the history of the hatred when it comes to police and the African American community.
Right.
We need to hear both sides because we know the main agenda. I ain't gonna get into the government and all that right now,
Right.
but let's sit and see how these guys, what they go through and what they got to come home to, and go back into that same environment. You don't know what they going through day to day.
That's
What
why
type of
I'm
trauma
getting
they
a
going
master's
through?
degree in social work.
Yeah,
Because we
they
need
may need
social
somebody to
workers
talk to.
To
you
talk,
know?
yeah, and that's what I'm
And it's
doing.
real.
That's what I'm doing. What I'm doing, and almost, you know, a couple years I'm starting my own practice. So
Why
for
not?
sure, because
You know?
we need social workers to help with a lot of this stuff. With maybe you could diffuse a black person from getting killed if you got people out there that could hold up police officers accountable and everything like
Yeah.
that.
And you know what else used to be the best therapist in all black community? Grandmama now.
Yeah.
Grandmama,
Grandmama.
Now, grandma and them is like my age.
Man.
they're
Yeah.
hungry to you.
Hey, all right. So with that being said, because I know you
Who's
got
gotta go,
I know
yeah.
he got to go. He got to get to the lab, man. But hey, with that being
Shout out to
said,
Max Julian.
hey, be sure on YouTube, like and subscribe, and comment on our page.
Meet us at
man.
Ultimate tonight.
You know, meet us at Ultimate tonight, man. It'll be a little later on, but for me, but it'll be a little later on. But I'll show my face. You know what I'm saying? And I might let Club Vava go.
Bye-bye.
Shay, we don't want no problems. We don't want to get sued. Don't send us money this way.
You know what? Let me cover Club Shay. Let me cover Club Shay.
Shay Val. You don't call it Shay Val.
No. Let me go to Club. Let me go to Club Shay on his podcast. I want to talk this LeBron MJ shit because I want to get outside this media shit. I want him and Nick Wright.
You know
It's all
that.
LeBron with him.
Shannon Sharp.
You'll never win
But,
that
hey,
argument.
I
buddy.
probably won't.
He got
Go
Chicago
James.
ties.
But hey, with that
Skip. Oh, go James. Skip.
Hey, but with that being said, hey, we're gonna catch you guys next time, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We signing out.